It was a very cold in the strange land of Mizzi Mozzi. A great big freezy storm had left everything frosty frozen. But that didn't stop Mizzi Mozzi and her two best friends, Lekko and Flip Flop. They wrapped up nice and warm to go skating on the frosty frozen glicey gelato lake.
But we don't have any ice skates.
The skitty skatey pingloos will help us.
Skiddy skatey pingloos love the frosty frozen winter and spend all day skiddy skating on their tummies.
Look at me skating with the help of the pingloos.
When it was time to go home, Mizzi Mozzi thanked the skiddy skatey pingloos for amazing ice skates.
What? We love to skitty skate, so you are welcome anytime. But before you go, we want to show you something most strange. Look!
Mizzi Mozzi could hear crying from inside the dark hollow of a big Vombera vagera tree.
We should investigate.
Goodlies gricious.
4 frazzle-frozzled creatures with wings sat on the floor, hugging each other to keep warm.
Who are you and why are you hiding inside this dark hollow?
We are Impy Nymphy Filigree Fairy Flies, and my name is Habitaki Suru.
We can't get to the hissing hot hydra baths, and we are really cold.
The hissing hot hydra baths are hot water baths and are way up in the mysterious Mikahara mountain. Habitaki Suru explained that they spend the warm summertime at the Gleesy Glegato Lake, chasing away the Mucho Musance mezquitas.
I'm confuselated. What are the Mucho Musance mezquiters? They are nasty, mean bugs who come in the summertime and sting bite everybody with their long, pricky noses.
And if we don't chase them away, then they make everyone miserable on their summer holiday.
Then, after the summer times, we return to the hissing hot hydra baths where the Bandicloo shampoo steam monkeys clean and fix our filigree fairy fly wings.
But now we can't fly because our filigree fairy fly wings are frazzle-frazzled.
We have to help the fairy flies, otherwise the lake will be full of Mucho Musance mezquitas when summertime comes.
But how are the Impy Nymphy Filigree Fairy Flies going to reach the hissing hot hydra baths if their filigree fairy fly wings are frazzle-frazzled?
I have an imagination. Let's ask the Quasita Quark Queen for help.
The Quasita Quark Queen lives in an ice palace high on a mountain. When they arrived at the Quasita Quark Queen's ice palace, Mizzi Mozzi rang the snow bell. The Quasita Quark Queen does not speak, but instead makes air words with her hands. Flip Flop learned how to read air words at school, so he told everyone what the Queen was saying.
The Quasita Quark Queen welcomes us and wants to know how she can help.
Please use air words to tell the Queen that the wings of the fairy flies are all frazzle-frazzled, and they can't fly to the hissing hot hydra baths.
The Queen says that she will lend us the turbinated Toblerone to travel to the hissing hot hydra baths in double quick time.
The turbinated Toblerone came whooshing through the snow and stopped beside them. Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko, Flip Flop, and the 4 Impy Nymphy Filigree Fairy Flies stepped onto the turbinated Toblerone, waved goodbye to the Queen, and sped away through the snow. The turbinated Toblerone didn't take long to reach the hissing hot hydra baths. The Impy Nymphy Filigree Fairy Flies jumped straight into the hissing hot hydra baths to warm up, and the Bandicloo shampoo steam monkeys were soon cleaning and fixing their frazzle-frazzled wings.
Come and join us in the nice hot hydra baths!
It was very frosty frozen, so Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop jumped into the hydra baths and splashed around in the hot water.
It's so nice and warm.
Time for a song.
In a frosty, frozen land where the chill winds blow, Mizzi Mozzi and her friends said, let's give it a go. With skates of skitty, skatey pingloos strapped to their feet, they zoomed on glacy gelato, a skating feat. Oh, whoosh and swoosh through the icy play, Mizzi and her friends made the cold their stage. But what's this now? A mystery to solve. Frazzle-frazzled fairy flies needing help to evolve. The Impy Nymphy fairies with wings frazzled tight couldn't reach the hot baths for their magical flight. Mizzi hatched a plan with imagination imagination bright. To the quasit to quack queen, they zoom through the night. The queen waved her hand, spoke an air word flow. Take the turbinated toboggan, off you go. With propellers spinning, through snow they raced to the hissing hot baths in a golden sled embraced. A whoosh and swoosh through the frosty scene, helping fairy friends with their golden sheen. At the steamy baths, laughter filled the air, Mizzi and her pals enjoying warmth to share.
Suddenly they heard shouting.
Mizzi Mozzi, come quick! What's the matter? The Mucho Musance Mezquiters have come to the frosty frozen Glici Gelato Lake and are sting-biting everyone with their long, pointy noses.
But it's too cold for the Mucho Musance Mezquiters. They only come to the Glici Gelato Lake in the warm summertime.
But the Mucho Musance Mezquiters have got clever and are wearing coats, scarves, and gloves.
But the Bandicloo shampoo steam monkeys haven't had time to clean and fix the frazzle-frazzled wings of the impy-nymphy filigree fairy flies.
We must do something until the impy-nymphy filigree fairy flies are ready. Let's go!
They jumped into the turbinated toboggan and travelled down the mysterious Mikahara mountain to the Glici Gelato Lake. When they arrived, they could see the Mucho Musance Mezquitas trying to sting-bite everyone.
I have another imagination!
They told the turbinated toboggan to head back to see the Quasetta Quark Queen as quickly as possible. Flip-Flop told the Queen about Mizzi Mozzi's imagination, who then made the longest air words ever. Suddenly, the strangest bush plants flew out from between the trees.
These are called wispy witchweeds. They will follow us down to the Glici Gelato Lake and scare away the mezquitas until the filigree fairy flies come back.
When they arrived at the Glici Gelato Lake, the wispy witchweeds began to make the most wicked screaming noise and chased the Mucho Musance Mezquitas all over. The Mucho Musance Mezquitas got so scared that they crashed right into a big Wombera Wagara tree. The Mucho Musance Mezquitas flew so hard into the big Wombera Wagara tree that their pricky noses got stuck into the tree trunk and couldn't move.
What are we going to do with the Mucho Musance Mezquitas? No, they are nastily mean bugsy bugs, but we can't leave them stuck in the big Wombera Wagara tree for the never-evers.
Let's wait for the impy-nymphy filigree fairy flies.
When the impy-nymphy filigree fairy flies arrived, they pulled and pulled to unstick the mezquitas from the tree trunk. They pulled so hard that the mezquitas ended up with a lump of tree trunk stuck to their pricky noses. Well, the Mucho Musance Mezquitas realized that they couldn't sting-bite anyone anymore and flew away in a really bad mood, never to be seen again.
That was quite an adventure, and it's made me very hungry.
Let's go home and eat some categorically crumptious chocolate cake and drink some Zolly Lollipoppy lemonade.
And what about some freezy frosty moonbeam ice cream?
No way! I don't want to see anything chilly cold until next frosty frozen time.
On the frozen Glici Lake, with penguin friends to ice skate, Mizzi Mozzi found that day some fairy flies who lost their way. Frazzle-frazzled fairy wings, what a most peculiar thing. Off to mountain baths they flew to fix their wings like brand new. But the mean mosquitoes came in winter coats to play their game, till the witchweed scared them so they crashed right in the tree. Oh no, no, now the lake is peaceful, sweet. Time for treats and things to eat. Mizzi Mozzi saved the day, and that's the tale. Hip, hip, hooray.
in the never rain, sugar plains of Granularia live the Troki-Toki Trockles. The Troki-Toki Trockles are busy using big, brightly brilliant purple tantrazine treasure crystals to build their shimmer-glimmer Pavanini palace. Troki-Toki Trockles are very good at excavating deep down into the sugar sands to collect the best tantrazine treasure crystals. The Troki-Toki Trockles are friends with the Sniffle-Snuffle Sand Slinkies, who sniffle-snuffle under the sugar sands to find the most brightly brilliant tantrazine treasure crystals. But they need to be careful, because every tantrazine treasure crystal is guarded by a Gibola Diabola sneaky snakey, ready to give a nasty bite. But the Troki-Toki Trockles play a clever tricksy trick on the Gibola Diabola sneaky snakies, who love to eat kinkaroo candies, and which makes them deeply sleepy. Then the Troki-Toki Trockles creep past the snoozing snakies and grab the crystals right from under their horrible slimy noses. There is another danger menace in the never-rain sugar plains of Granularia called the sticky Sandoral Sablieres, which are full tops with goopy, sticky sugar sand. And be careful. If you step into a sticky Sandoral Sabliere, you'll sink and be disagone for the never-evers. To make sure no one steps into a sticky Sandoral Sabliere, the Siffle-Wiffle sand wasps help the Troki-Toki Trockles keep away by flying ahead and warning them when danger is near. One day, the Siffle-Wiffle sand wasps flew ahead, looking out for sticky Sandoral Sablieres. All of a sudden, they whipped around and buzzily-buzzed most fast back to the Troki-Toki Trockles.
We've just found the biggest, hugest sticky Sandoral Sabliere in the never-evers!
And it's so hugely big that it's blocked your way back to the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace and you are all trapped!
How's it strange? Let's take a look-see.
They climbed to the top of a tall sugar sand hill and couldn't believe their eyes. A bigger-than-biggest machine was sucking up the sugar sand and vomit-spewing out horrible sticky gobbly-dee goop to make the biggest, hugest sticky Sandoral Sabliere in the never-evers.
It's a gooply clatterator. The only creatures with a gooply clatterator are the Gobbling Gorge Goblins.
Gobbling Gorge Goblins are mean and live in the deep and dark Golgotha Gorge. They are always trying to robble-steal the tantrazine treasure crystals from the Troki-Toki Trockles.
What are we going to do?
Maybe Mizzi Mozzi and her friends will help us.
Good idea!
He asked a Siffle-Wiffle sand wasp called Tsitsi Tsetsi to fly and find Mizzi Mozzi. Mizzi Mozzi and her friends Lekko and Flip-Flop were playing in the garden when Tsitsi Tsetsi flew in so fast that he almost crashed into Mizzi Mozzi.
What's the hurry, flurry, blurry?
What's wrong? The Gobbling Gorge Goblins have used their gooply clatterator to make a hugest, biggest sticky Sandoral Sabliere full of horrible sticky gobbly-dee goop, and the Troki-Toki Trockles are trapped!
We must help.
Flip-Flop, who can change into gazillions of shapes, turned into a helicopter.
All aboard!
From the sky, they could see the gooply clatterator vomit-spewing out horrible sticky gobbly-dee goop.
Hello! I hear you're in some kind of trouble?
Hello, Mizzi Mozzi. We're trapped and can't walk across the biggest, hugest sticky Sandoral Sabliere because we'll sink and be disagone for the never-evers.
And even if we get across, then we have to walk through the deep and dark Golgotha Gorge, which is full of Gobbling Gorge Goblins ready to robble-steal our sacks of tantrazine treasure crystals. I've got an imagination!
Mizzi Mozzi explained her plan to the Siffle-Wiffle sand wasps, who then buzzily buzzed away.
Now I need the Troki-Toki Trockles to give the Gibola Diabola sneaky snakies lots and lots of kinkaroo candies.
And then?
Once they fall deep asleep, bring them to me in your sacks.
So the Troki-Toki Trockles and the Sniffle-Snuffle Sand Slinkies went to catch the Gibola Diabola sneaky snakies.
Look, look!
It was the Siffle-Wiffle sand wasps with their arms full of roundly rotundo tangle-tree logs.
Let's get to work!
Mizzi Mozzi told them of her imagination, and soon everyone was chopping the roundly rotundo trangle-tree logs into lots of different parts and pieces.
Chop, chop, chop goes the tangle tree log. Buzz, buzz, buzz says the sandwich peep squad. Piece by piece, what could it be? A puzzly wuzzly mystery. Oh, Mizzi Mozzi's got a plan. The cleverest of clever
When Troki Toki Trockles came back with sacks full of dozy, sleepy, Gibola Diabola sneaky snakies, they couldn't believe their eyes.
What is it?
It's a flutterating car boat. Because it's a half boat, we can fill the inside full of the Tantrazine treasure crystals and safely float across the biggest, hugest, sticky Sandaral Sabliere.
And then we can use the wheels to drive all the way to the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace, through the deep and dark Golgotha Gorge.
But the deep and dark Golgotha Gorge is full of Goblin Gorge goblins who will try to steal our Tantrazine treasure crystals!
Don't worry. I want you to put a dozy, sleepy, Gibola Diabola sneaky snaky inside each of the flutterating car boat's elasticated cannon tubes.
In no times, they had floated over the biggest, hugest, sticky Sandaral Sabliere and started to drive through the deep and dark Golgotha Gorge.
The Goblin Gorge goblins are going to jump on the flutterating car boat!
And sure enough, the flutterating car boat was soon surrounded by Goblin Gorge goblins.
Watch this!
Lekko and Flip Flop pulled back the elasticated cannon tube's rubber elastics as far as they could, and waited. Now! Lekko and Flip Flop let go of the rubber elastics that spring-pinged the dozy, sleepy, Gibola Diabola sneaky snakies towards the Goblin Gorge goblins. The snakies landed, furious, and chased the goblins straight into the giant sticky Sandaral Sabliere, disappearing forever. When the flutterating car boat arrived at the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace, everyone helped to unload the Tantrazine treasure crystals.
These are the last Tantrazine treasure crystals we need to finish the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace. I would like to thank Lekko, Flip Flop, the Sniffle Snuffle Sand Slinkies, and the Siffle Wiffle Sand Wasps for being so brave. And to Mizzi Mozzi for coming up with such a great machination. I would like you to finish the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace by placing this pointy Tantrazine treasure crystal right at the very most top.
Mizzi Mozzi flew up using her winglets and placed the Tantrazine treasure crystal right at the very most top of the Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace.
Hooray, hooray, and hooray! The Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace is now finished.
And what a beautiful Shimmer Glimmer Pavanini Palace it was. Before Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop began their journey home, Balam Chilam gave them each a large bag of Kinkaroo candies.
And don't worry, it won't give you the sleepies, so you can eat as many as you want.
Woohoo! Yummy yummy in my tummy.
Mizzi, Mozzi, and her clever crew let go and flip flop. What will they do? Across the sands where the danger's steep, with the sticky sublier that's oh so deep. Spring, ping, bounce away. Gibola, snaky, save the day. Through the gorge and over the sand, the flutterating car boat's grand. Goblins tried to attack, but the sneaky snakies pushed them back. Flying through the air with a mighty fling, who knew chaos could have such a swing? Spring, ping, bounce away. Gibola, snaky, save the day. Through the gorge and over the sand, the flutterating car boat's grand. Crystals shining purple and bright, building a palace, what a sight. With a cheer and a brilliant plan, Mizzi Mozzi's the hero of the land. Spring, ping, bounce away. Gibola, snaky, save the day. Through the gorge and over the sand, the flutterating car boat's grand. Hooray, hooray, the palace stands tall, thanks to the team who did it all. Mizzi Mozzi and friends so true, always ready for something new.
Mizzi Mozzi and her friends Flip Flop and Lekko were on their way to a very quiet place, deep inside the fantastic fizzy fuzzle forest. This was the home of the Twisker Whisker Tea House tree mouse, who lives in a tea house at the top of a tall green tea tree.
Why are we going to see the Twisker Whisker Tea House tree mouse?
The Twisker Whisker Tea House tree mouse is famous for her yummy tea.
And she gives it to us in a most special way called a tea ceremony.
Hi-yo, hi-yo!
Yo-hey-yo-hi!
We have come for the tea ceremony.
You are most welcome. I will need to heat up the tea termousse on the flame fire flambeau.
The tea termousse is a purple kettle full of tea leaves. The tea termousse sits on the flame fire flambeau, which is a cooking stove with 3 chimneys. Soon the water in the tea termousse was boiling, but so much smoke started coming out of the 3 chimneys. And more smoke. And even more smoke.
So much smoky, smogly pollution.
I can hardly see.
This is not normal. Maybe it's the strange green logs that are making so much smoky, smogly smoke?
Just then they heard a growling noise coming from the forest.
That growling noise is from the fearsome four-headed gobble-chew-swallow snakey. It's coming to gobble-chew-swallow me, and I can't see anything through all this smoky, smogly smoke.
I have an machination. Climb up the tea tree and hide in the tea house.
So while they climbed up to hide in the tea house, Mizzi Mozzi poured the water from the tea termousse down the flame fire flambeau's chimneys. But just as the smoke cleared, the fearsome four-headed gobble-chew-swallow snakey appeared. But when the gobble-chew-swallow snakey saw them high up in the tea tree, it slithy slithered back into the forest. After waiting, they came down from the tea tree and looked at the soaking wet flame fire flambeau.
I'm sorry we can't have the tea ceremony because the flame fire flambeau is all soaky wet. And anyways, I can't use the strange green woodleys because they make so much smoky smoke.
I have an imagination to heat the water and get rid of the four-headed gobble-chew-swallow snakey for the never-evers. But I need some help from my forest friends.
Mizzi Mozzi used her foot to make some loud foot stomps on the ground.
Wow! Mirror glitter fixer ants.
Mirror glitter fixer ants are covered in glittery mirror dust. They are very strong and have 6 legs.
Hi-yo, hi-yo. My name is Argentum.
Yo-hey-yo-hey!
How can the mirror glitter fixer ants help you?
The four-headed snakey tried to gobble-chew-swallow the tea house tree mouse by sneaking through the smoky smoke.
And without the flame fire flambeau, the tea house tree mouse can't heat up the water to make the tea.
And without the yummy tea, there is no tea ceremony.
So I'm asking the Mirror Glitter Fixa ants to help me build a machine-orator that will make hot water without using any woodleys.
We're happy to help.
The Mirror Glitter Fixer ants marched into the fantastic fizzy fuzzle forest and came back carrying some great big leaves. Then they rubbed their glittering mirror dust all over the leaves and turned them into mirrors. Then they made a circle with the mirror leaves and put the tea termousse right in the middle.
Most strangely strange, how does this machine-orator work to make the water inside the tea termousse hotly hot?
Aha! It works when the sunny hots sent down from the day star shine onto the mirror leaves.
And then, as if by magic, the mirror leaves bounced all the sunny hots at the tea termousse, and soon enough, the water was steaming.
It works! Now we can have the tea ceremony without all the smoky smokies. Time for a song!
How can the mirror glitter fix ants help you? Asked Argentum with a sparkle so true. The gobble chew snaky, oh my, oh me, tried to gobble the twiska whisker tea mouse. Yeah! No tea, no ceremony, such dismay. But Mizzi Mozzi had a plan to save the day. The mirror glitter fix ants, hooray! Glittering magic in a cloud. leaves shining in a bright circle beam, heating up the tea thermos with a solar dream. No woolies needed, no smoke in the air. With mirror dust they showed they care. Keen lustre led with a twinkly cheer, and soon the tea was bubbling near. The fantastic fizzy fuzzle forest came alive. With teamwork and glitter the tea would survive. The mirror glitter fixer ants hooray, glittering magic in a clever display. Mirror leaves shining in a bright circle beam, heating up the tea thermos with a solar dream.
But what if the Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey decides to come back to Gobble-Chew-Swallow, the tea house tree mouse?
I have an imagination!
Mizzi Mozzi explained her imagination to the mirror glitter fixer ants, who marched back into the fantastic fizzy fuzzle forest.
While we wait for the mirror glitter fixer ants, we need to fill the flame fire flambeau with some of the strangely strange green woodleys.
But if we make some smoky smoke, then the fearsome four-headed Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey will come back.
I want the fearsome four-headed Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey to come back and try to Gobble-Chew-Swallow the tea house tree mouse.
That's the most strangerous imagination ever.
But they all knew that Mizzi Mozzi had the best ever imaginations, so they put some strangely strange green woodleys into the flame fire flambeau. The mirror glitter fixer ants had been busy in the forest. They had glued a bunch of twiggly sticks together until they looked almost like a real tea house tree mouse.
How very, very strange!
Then the mirror glitter fixer ants placed the twiggly stick tea house tree mouse right in the middle of the glittering mirror leaves.
We'll start the flame fire flambeau to make lots of smoke once we see the full moon in the nighttime sky.
And sure enough, the full moon soon came out in the nighttime sky. But the full moon is different to the day star. The full moon doesn't send down the sunny hots. Instead, the full moon sends down the chilly cold, freezy frozzles.
I'm starting to get chilly cold.
Let's start the flame fire flambeau and then hide in the nice warm treehouse.
It didn't take long for the flame fire flambeau to start puffling out lots of smoke. That's when they heard a horrible noise coming from the forest.
It's the fearsome four-headed Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey!
The snake saw the twiggly stick tea house tree mouse and, thinking it was real, rushed inside the circle of mirror leaves to Gobble-Chew-Swallow. But then, the most amazing thing happened.
What happened?
The mirror leaves bounced all the full moon's chilly cold, freezy frozzles onto the snakey. It's now shivering weavering, and will soon be freezy frozzled like an ice lolly.
Mizzi Mozzi went to ask Argentum and Kina Lustra if the mirror glitter fixer ants could do one more thing.
Happy to help!
The strongest mirror glitter fixer ants loaded the freezy frozzled Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey onto their backs and marched off through the fantastic fizzy fuzzle forest.
There will be lots of yummy tea waiting for you when you get back!
But tell me, Mizzi Mozzi, where are they taking the freezy frazzled Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey?
To the freezy frozzled mysterious Mikahara Mountain, so that it stays freezy frozzled for the never-evers.
And now finally, for the tea ceremony!
Mizzi Mozzi, Flip Flop and Lekko sat on the floor of the lovely tree house. The tea house tree mouse filled the most gorgeousful little teacups from the tea thermos. And so it was that they all sat in this very quiet place, sipping their yummy tea and happy that thanks to Mizzi Mozzi's best ever imagination, the fearsome four-headed Gobble-Chew-Swallow Snakey would never Gobble-Chew-Swallow ever again.
Mizzi Mozzi has an idea so bright, her imagination that shines super light. With friends by her side, she'll save the day. Cleverness always finds a way. Imagination, oh imagination, a spark of magic, pure creation. When troubles come, don't you be scared, and imagine by her side. With courage and friendship, they'll take the wild ride. Nearer dust ants and a four-headed snake. An adventure that's fun to make. Imagination, let's be bold. A story of courage yet to be told. When monsters appear and danger is near, and imagination will make things clear. Look tough, but don't you worry, there's always a way if you don't hurry. Use your imagination, be clever and bright, everything will turn out just right. Imagination, we did it at last. We conquered the challenge, the danger has passed. With friends by our side and a clever plan, and imagination can help you, it can. It's Mizzi Mozzi.
One day, Lekko came to Mizzi Mozzi and Flip Flop with a strangely strange box. Inside the box was a small purple and yellow square egg.
What is it?
I found it in the forest, and I'm keeping it nice and cozy warm inside the box until it hatches.
But what type of creature is going to hatch?
It's a mystery. I've never seen such a strange purple and yellow square egg.
Even stranger, by the next day the purple and yellow square egg had grown humongous, and out popped a big purple and yellow dragon.
Hide, hide!
It's so cute.
Flip Flop tickled the purple and yellow dragon behind its ears, and it began to purr like a little kitten.
I'll call him Sorato.
Soon, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop were playing with Sorato in the fantastic Fizzle-Fuzzle forest. Sorato chased the flippy-flappy flies, but he was so big and heavy he shook the ground. Mizzi Mozzi and Flip Flop went to see Sorato the next day, but found Lekko very upset.
It's Sorato. He's getting smaller and smaller.
What if Sorato shrinks until he's so small that he disappears?
Professor Brainly Brilliant will know what to do.
Professor Brainly Brilliant is a Brilli-Brainiac. Brilli-Brainiacs like Professor Brainly Brilliant have two heads, so are very clever.
Sorato the dragon, purple and yellow, was shrinking quite fast like a mountain marshmallow. Mizzi Mozzi and Flip Flop started to worry. They shouted to Lekko, we had better hurry. Oh no, Sorato, don't you sneeze. The dragon shouldn't shrink like this, so please let's find a way to stop this shrink. Professor Brainly Brilliant's got the thinks. They raced to the lab where Brainly Brilliant stayed, with funny machines and ideas homemade. He scratched his head and said with a cheer, don't worry my friends, the solution is near. Oh no, Sorato, don't you sneeze. Dragon shouldn't shrink like this, so please let's find a way to stop this shrink. Professor Brainly Brilliant's got the thinks.
Ah ha ha! Sorato is a muglicating diminuendo dragon.
Why is Sorato shrinking?
There is a magic stone called the Tagla Tabadagla that gets stronger when Sorato breathes. Is fire on it. As long as it is hot, the stone will keep Sorato big and powerful.
So if we don't get Sorato to the Tagla Tabadagla magic stone, he will disappear altogether?
But it's even worse than bad. You see, a hot Tagla Tabadagla stone also keeps the sky a nice light blue.
And what happens if the Tagla Tabadagla stone gets freezy cold?
Doubly disastrous. The sky will turn darkest dark and we won't be able to see anything.
Look, it's already getting dark, so we must hurry.
Where is the Tagla Tabadagla magic stone?
It's on a small island in the middle of the Oodie Oodal Oasis.
Professor Brainly Brilliant explained that an oasis was a place with a water pond and lots of strange trees. The Oodie Oodal Oasis is in the middle of a very hot and dry desert called the Atacama Sandruff.
Here is a map, but be careful. The winds in the Atacama Sandruff can be most strong and blow you away. And also, watch out for the snappy, snarly, spitty sand eels who live under the sand and will spit pebble stones at you.
Is everything so nasty in the Atacama Sandruff?
Not everything. You might meet some Gleema Shima dragon bugs who can help you.
We must be brave and leave right away.
They soon reached the edge of the Atacama Sandruff and began to walk using Professor Brainly Brilliant's map.
Ouch, something hit me!
Ow! Something hit me too!
Pebble stones. It's the snappy, snarly, spitty sand eels.
Help us, Smorzato!
Smorzato blew moglicating dragon fire at them, and the eels disappeared under the sand most quick.
We're halfway there. But oh no! The wind blew the map away, and now we can't find the Udi Udal oasis.
It's like Smorzato is talking to someone.
Listen, listen! Can you hear the buzzy buzzing sound?
Soon the sky was full of shimmering, glimmering, buzzing flying creatures.
It's the Gleema Shima dragon bugs. Smorzato called them to help us.
Mizzi Mozzi explained that they were lost, but the Gleema Shima dragon bugs just buzzed above them.
They don't understand our speak-talkings.
Then Smorzato gave a few more yips. And the Gleema Shima dragon bugs did the strangest thing ever. They began to buzz and flick the sandly sandruff. Then they left and flew away.
Why did the Gleema Shima dragon bugs buzz and flick the sandly sandruff?
And they didn't even wait for us to follow them.
Very strange, but I wonder...
Mizzi Mozzi flew up in the air to where the Gleema Shima dragon bugs had buzzed and flicked the sandly sandruff.
It's a skyagram! The dragon bugs drew a map in the sand that you can only see from the sky.
With the help of the skyagram, they soon arrived at the Udi Udal oasis. And right in the middle was the small island with the Tagla Tabadagla magic stone, which was freezy cold. Flip-Flop, who can change into anything, became a boat, and they sailed to the island.
Quick! Smorzato is so small he's almost disagone!
Lekko put Smorzato down in front of the magic stone, who took a deep breath, puffed out, and... only smoke!
Try again, little Smorzato!
Yeah!
And every time Smorzato puffed his dragon fire at the magic stone, he grew bigger and bigger. And as the Tagla Tabadagla magic stone got hotter, the sky got bluer and bluer and bluer.
We're just in time. But now we need to get back home.
So they kissed Smorzato goodbye. Then the dragon bugs placed a little Tagla Tabadagla magic necklace around their necks.
It's for luck and to show us the way home.
And sure enough, they made it back across the Atacama Sandruff safely safe.
We never saw the snappy, snarly, spitty sand eels.
They ran away with their tails all smoky.
And when they looked up at the sky, guess what they saw? It was a light blue, and all because of a little fire-breathing, moglicating diminuendo dragon called Smorzato.
In a forest far away, on a sunny, dreamy day, Mizzi Mozzi, Flip-Flop, and Lekko found their way. A purple yellow egg in a box so warm. What could it be, they asked, what's this odd form? It cracked, it shook, it gave a mighty bark. A dragon hatched so bright yet stark. Smorzato was his name, with a purr and a roar. But shrinking, oh what's in store? Oh Smorzato, we're by your side. Through deserts vast and skies so wide. With your fire, the sky turns blue. Together we'll see this adventure through. Through the Atacama sands, Snappy, snarly eels popped out from everywhere. Pebble stones flew, but Sorato stood tall. With a stomp and a flame, they scared them all. The map blew away, the sky grew dim, but dragon bugs arrived thanks to him. Buzzing, flicking, they drew a map so clear. The oasis was near, no more fear. Oh, Sorato, we're by your side, through deserts vast and skies so wide. With your fire, the sky turns blue. Together we'll see this adventure through.
Mizzi Mozzi and her two best friends Lekko and Flip Flop were super duper excited. Today they were going to ride the Whizzle Sizzle space train all the way to the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet.
I can't wait to get on all the rides. Yay!
Move along, move along. Don't mess around or I won't let you get on the Whizzle Sizzle space train.
But we haven't done anything.
Don't worry. The Spittle Whistle Station Master is always grumbling and in a badly bad mood.
Soon the Whizzle Sizzle space train was whizzling sizzling along the floating space tracks towards Play-A-Lot Play Park planet. Play-A-Lot Play Park planet was amazing and full of lots and loads of fun rides. They screamed on the merrily go up and down when it pushed them way up and then dropped them down most fast.
That was so much fun.
We have to get back to the station. But before we go, who wants to eat some rubber bandy cottony candy?
Come and get it, the best rubber bandy cottony candy in the never-evers.
I love rubber bandy cottony candy. Yummy!
Me too.
Yummy, yummy!
Rubber bandy cotton candy makes us oh so giggly dandy. At the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet, we found our joy, now we won't can it. Swinging high up to the stars, bouncing round in bumper cars. Everywhere's a place to play, we're never leaving that today. Rubber bandy cotton candy makes us oh so giggly dandy. At the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet, we found our joy, now we won't can it. Round and round the merry-go, high and low we twirl and glow. Let's keep dancing all around in this fun world we have found. Rubber bandy cotton candy makes us oh so giggly dandy. At the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet, we found our joy, now we won't can it.
As they ate their rubber bandy cottony candy, they headed back to the train station.
All aboard the train back to Mesopotamia and no messing around.
The Spittle Whistle Station Master blew his spittle whistle and the Whizzle Sizzle space train left the station on its way back to Mesopotamia. As the space train moved along on the space tracks, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop looked through the window and tried to count all the bright stars in the universe.
I wonder why we've stopped right in the middle of the universe.
Look.
When they looked through the window, they could see a holy moly meteorite that had floated onto the space tracks and was blocking the Whizzle Sizzle space train. Inside the holes of the holy moly meteorite lived the flory-foozly fleather worms and little monkey-looking creatures called wormy-riding garang-tangs. The wormy-riding garang-tangs ride on the worms to stars and meteorites to keep everything shining most brightly bright.
It's dismal abysmal, but I know how to get rid of the holy moly meteorite. You'll see.
The Station Master blew his spittle whistle 3 times, and Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop felt a mumble rumble as a huge machinerator came along the space tracks.
It's a Wakabasha Locomotion Machina.
What's the Wakabasha Locomotion Machina going to do?
It's going to Wakabasha the holy moly meteorite off the space tracks with its long big stick. Ha ha ha!
But it's going to get smashed into pieces and bits.
The flory-foozly fleather worms and the wormy-riding garang-tangs won't have anywhere to live.
And who's going to fluff off the stardust from the bright stars and keep them most brightly bright?
I don't care. I want the holy moly meteorite off the space tracks to get the space train moving again.
Then the station master blew his spittle whistle 4 times to tell the Wakabasha Locomotion Machina to start wakabashing. But the holy moly meteorite didn't move off the space tracks, and it didn't smash into pieces and bits.
Look! All the flory-foozly fleather worms have come out of their wormholes, and the Wakabasha Locomotion Machina's long big stick is only hitting fluffy feathers.
Ja, you think you're so smarty clever, but I have an ever better way.
The station master blew his spittle whistle 5 times, and Locomotion Machina pushed the long big stick between the holy moly meteorite and the space tracks.
Haha, that didn't work either. You blow more hot air than a glumby gale breather.
This time the station master blew his spittle whistle 6 times, and the Locomotion Machina used its boom bloom blast blower to try and blow the meteorite off the space tracks. But instead of pushing the holy moly meteorite off the space tracks, it slowly began to rolly-roll towards the Play-A-Lot Play Park Planet Station.
The rolling holy moly meteorite is going to rolly-roll over the whizzle-sizzle space train, and we're going to get squash-elated.
Oh no! It's going to rolly-roll all the way to the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet, and it will get bashed and broccolated.
I have an imagination!
Mizzi Mozzi flew across to the station master and grabbed his spittle whistle. Mizzi Mozzi blew 3 whistles, and the whizzle-sizzle space train started back towards the Play Park Planet Station as fast as it could, with the rolly-rolling holy moly meteorite right behind them.
Faster! The holy moly meteorite is almost on top of us, and we're going to get super squash-elated.
Mizzi Mozzi blew the spittle whistle lots and loads, and the whizzle-sizzle space train moved faster and faster. As soon as the space train arrived at the Play Park Planet Station, they moved the space tracks away from the station and onto the Merrily Go Up and Down.
Just in time!
The holy moly meteorite whooshed right past the station onto the Merrily Go Up and Down and flew off into the Universe.
But what happens when another holy moly meteorite gets stuck on the whizzle-sizzle space train's space tracks?
I've got an imagination. Help me get together lots and loads of rubber bandy cottony candies.
Once they had lots and loads of rubber bandy cottony candies, Mizzi Mozzi blew the spittle whistle and the whizzle-sizzle space train left the Play-A-Lot Play Park Planet Station towards Mizzi Potasia.
Most strange, Mizzi Mozzi! Why are we sticking the rubber bandy cottony candies to the space tracks?
You'll see!
The spittle whistle station master was waiting for them when they arrived at Mizzi Potasia Station, and he was more grumblier than ever.
Why did you take my spittle whistle?
To stop the holy moly meteorite from bashing and broccolating the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet.
And we did it!
And why did you put the rubber bandy cottony candies all along the space tracks?
Because now when a holy moly meteorite hits the space tracks, it will bounce off the rubber bandy cottony candies and not get stuck.
That's a very good imagination. I am going to give you magic tickets so you can go to the Play-A-Lot Play Park planet anytime you want.
Yes!
Yeah!
Hooray!
Fantastic-astic!
And what are we going to do with all the leftover rubber bandy cottony candies?
I'm gonna eat them all until I have a full belly.
Dreams of bright, Mizzi Mozzi, pure delight. Lekko's laugh, a spark so bright. Flipped up skips in starry night. The holy moly meteorite, shimmering in the twilight. Saved for friends with hearts so right. They hold their magic tickets tight. Play a moly meteorite, shimmering in the twilight. Saved by friends with hearts so right. They hold their magic tickets tight. Play a lot, play our plan. Ride the rides and join the band. Magic tickets in their hand.
Flip-Flop was getting ready for his birthday party, so Mizzi Mozzi and Lekko went to see if he needed any help. But Flip-Flop was a little upset.
What's the matter? It looks already beautiful for your birthday on Sat Hooray Day.
But I really want my cake to be decorated with colorful jingly-jongly jelly beans. But I can't find any.
Then let's go and find you some.
Today is Tootsie Day, and tomorrow is Wootsy Day. Then comes Thump Day, and after that comes Fried Egg Day.
And then comes Sat Hooray Day, the day of your birthday. So we have lots of time to find you some colorful jingly-jonglay jelly beans.
Colourful jingly-jongly jelly beans grow on the juicy jongly jelly bean vines that grow at a big castle called Chatook's Joyly Dukes. Chatterleon Granix Friolix opened the big door of Chatu Joyly Doo.
Are you here for some colorful jingly-jonglay jelly beans?
Yes, please. Flip Flop would like his birthday cake covered with colorful jingly-jongly jelly beans.
Come inside and you can see I don't have any because someone is rubble stealing them at night.
Mizzi Mozzi told Chatterleon Granix Friolix that they would stay the night times and guard the juicy jonglay jelly bean vines. And so they climbed to the tallest tower of the castle to watch out. The juicy jonglay jelly bean vines grew and grew in the night times and were soon full top with new colourful jingly jonglay jelly beans. But while Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop took turns to watch, they soon got the sleepy snoozelies and they fell asleep. The next morning they went to check out the juicy jonglay jelly bean vines.
The new colorful jingly-jongly jelly beans have been robble stolen.
The juicy jonglies jelly beans vines are empty.
We tried to look all the night times, but we got the sleepy dozely and fell asleep. Sorry.
I have an imagination. Let's build a tall wooden fence all around. Then nothing can get in to rob or steal the jelly beans.
Mizzi Mozzi went into the Jinxly Genji Gloom jungle, a mysterious place full of weird plants and strange creatures. She arrived back at Chatook's Joyly Doo, followed by a family of woodly woomer ants, who are excellently good at building things with wood. After a lot of hard work, the woodly woomer ants built a tall wooden fence all around the juicy jonglay jelly bean vines.
Thank you, woodly woomer ants. When we have colorful jinglies jelly beans, you can come and eat all you want.
Nothing is going to get through this amazing wooden fence.
That night times, they stayed inside Chatu Joyly Dukes. On the morning of Thump Day, they went to see the juicy jonglay jelly bean vines.
The colorful jingly-jongly jelly beans have again disagone.
How did the robble stealer get past the wooden fence?
It's impossible. The robble stealer must have flown over the fence.
Mizzi Mozzi went back to the Jinxly Genji Gloom jungle and returned with some fretta-pretta knockle knitters, who are cute little black and orange spiders that make very, very strong silk threads.
The fretta-pretta knockle knitters are going to make a big net from their strong silk threads so we can cover the juicy jongly jelly bean vines.
Great idea. Then the robble stealer can't fly in and robble steal the colorful jingly jelly beans.
The fretta-pretta knockle knitters soon finished a big, strong net. Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop covered the juicy jonglay jelly bean vines with the net and tied it down as tight as a trampoline.
Incredimaze! No robble stealer will get through this big, strong net.
But guess what? On the morning of Fried Egg Day, they discovered that the robble stealer had once again robble stolen all the new colourful jingly jelly beans.
Double wobble impossible. How did the robble stealer get past the wooden fence and the big strong net? It's time for a thinking song.
In the land of sugar dreams, where jelly beans do gleam,
a rabble stealer came and made them all disappear.
Mizzi Mozzi wondering, what will we do now? To get those beans back, we'll make it somehow. We're chasing down that stealer all through the candy town. Together we'll recover and turn those smiles around. With burning with laughter, beat that troublemaker's plan. So come on, Mizzi Mozzi, let's take a stand.
There is only one way that the Robblestealer got past the wooden fence, and the big, strong net. I need to borrow some thingly-meeka-ningly from Professor Brainly Brilliant.
Brainiacs like Professor Brainly Brilliant have two heads. One head is for numbers and one head is for letters. So Brainiacs are very clever. After visiting Professor Brainly Brilliant, Mizzi Mozzi returned to Chattook Joylydooks, carrying two most strange thingly-mecca-ninglies.
This one is an eavesdropper stethoscopa to listen under the ground. Everyone quiet, please.
Can you hear anything?
I can hear the jingly-jongling of lots and loads of colorful jingly-jongly jelly beans.
The Robblestealer must be keeping them under the ground in a secret cave, and only the Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlark lives underground.
Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlarks live in tunnels and caves under the ground. They look like long, furry sausages with lots of feet, but most strangely strange, Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlarks have two heads, so they can move back and forth in the tunnels without turning around.
So that's the Robblestealer.
No wonder the Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlark gets to the juicy jongly jelly bean vines from an under-below tunnel.
But how do we get back all the colorful jinglies, jonglies, jelly beans that the Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlark has Robble stolen?
With the help of another thingly-meeka-ningly, called a groundly uneartha-rater.
I will ask my friends, the Dredgy Dig-Out Diggle Diggers, for to help.
Dredgy Dig-Out Diggle Diggers are little mole creatures that are most good at diggle digging. They were soon helping Mizzi Mozzi to get the groundly uneartha-rater ready.
Mizzi Mozzi with her hat so bright, join the diggle diggers in the morning light, with the groundly uneartha-rater in sight, ready to dig with all their might. They dug deep down where treasures gleam, hoping to find the jingly-jongly dream. Colorful jelly beans so supreme, in the ground where giggles teem. Jelly beans, oh jelly beans, shiny rainbow magic scenes. Digging down, we're on our way to make this a fun-filled day. Dredgy dig on the side with Mizzi Mozzi leading wide-eyed. Underneath the earth they glide, together on this joyful ride. Through tunnels twisted left and right, colors spark in the dimming light, laughs and cheers and pure delight.
Watch out!
A hugely huge fountain of colourful jingly-jongly jelly beans burst into the air.
It's raining colorful jingly jongly jelly beans.
Cheta Leon Granix Frisholix brought baskets to fill to the full tops with colourful jingly-jongly jelly beans.
Now we have plenty to decorate Flip-Flop's cake.
But how to stop the Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlark from coming back?
I have Demonium Pandemonium Itchy Scratchy Powder from Professor Brainly Brilliant.
If the Vlyzy Vlersa Vladlark comes back to Robblestealer, he'll get the itchy scratchies so bad that he'll disappear for the never-evers.
Bravo. To thank you all, I would like Flip-Flop to have his birthday party at Chattook's Joylydooks.
Wow, I've never had my birthday in a castle.
They moved the birthday cake to Chattook Joylydooks and covered it with so many colourful jingly-jongly jelly beans that you almost couldn't see it.
This is the best birthday party ever. I'm only sad that I have to wait another year for my next birthday.
Bounce around, flip-flop, never stop. Birthday fun, up high we'll hop. Jumping with friends under the sun. Trampoline games for everyone. Candles glow on cupcakes sweet. Singing loud to a bouncy beat. Balloons and laughter fill the air. Flip-flop's party with love everywhere. Flip-flop, jump and shout hooray! It's your special bouncing day. Friends and fun all gathered near. Flip-flop's birthday, bring the cheer. Presents wrapped in colors bright, jumping up to reach new height. Hugs and giggles as we play, trampoline dreams on Flip-Flop's day.
Mizzi Mozzi and her friends Lekko and Flip-Flop were busy helping in the Scala Opera House. where you can watch amazing sing-song shows called Moperas. In charge of the Scala Mopera House is Direttore Vigarasco Vigorosco.
Did you know that in a mopera, the singer does a sing-song and also mops the floor at the same time, and with a special mopera dress?
The most beautiful mopera dress belongs to a most famously famous mopera singer called Donna Diva Caraya Maria. The Direttore was so happy with all their help that he started to sing his own mopera.
Nella Scala Mopera, che posto speciale, c'è Mizzi Mozzi col suo stile geniale, con Lekko e Flip Flop si danno da fare, perché qui ogni mopera è davvero eccezionale. Oh, mopera, mopera, canta e lucida, con la scopa e la voce che magia vivida.
The Scala Mopera flies a big flag from the tall high flagpole to let everyone know that the mopera is about to start.
I can't believe that we're going to see a mopera with Donna Diva Caraya Maria.
And I can't wait to see the beautiful sparkly diamante dress.
It's gonna be Twinkelio, Sparkelio, Rilumbratelio.
We finished our chores.
Most excellent, excellento! Now to wait for the Donna Diva to arrive with her most beautiful sparkly diamante dress, and the mopera can begin.
So everyone waited, and waited, and waited. But there was no sign of Donna Diva Caraya Maria and her most beautiful dress. Suddenly, a little round creature came running towards them.
Hello! My name is Signorino Girolamo Gimberlano, and I am Donna Diva Caraya Maria's looky after.
What's a looky after?
I looky after much things for Donna Diva Caraya Maria, who is Diva Difficulto. I looky after the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress. And I also looky after the miscast musical sing-spellers.
Why are you in such a rush?
It's a dizzy disaster. We's in biggest trouble ever.
What's happened?
Looky see, the cart carrying the Donna Diva, her most beautiful sparkly diamante dress, and the miscast musical sing-spellers is sticky stuck in the muddy, mucky mud.
Mamma mia! Most bad!
Not even the 4 shorty long-legged spider ponies can pull the cart out of the muddy, mucky mud.
If they can't get here, there won't be a mopera.
We must go and help.
So off they went to see what they could do. When they got there, they could see that the cart was really stuck in the mud.
We try every most things, but even the long legs of the 4 shorty long leg spider ponies are up to their knees in the muddy mucky mud.
We need to get behind the cart and push. But first, everyone needs to get out of the cart or it will be too heavy.
What the what? I'm not getting down into the disgusting muddy mucky mud.
And us neithers. We'll get muddy spots all over our itsy bitsy glitzy costumes.
Well, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop had no choice. So they pushed and pushed the cart. And the shorty long-legged spider ponies pulled and pulled the cart. But no matter how everyone pushed and pulled, it wouldn't move. And Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop got covered in mucky mud.
Double disgusting.
Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko, Flip Flop too. Pushing the cart, what can we do? The wheels are stuck, the mud's so thick. We need a plan and need it quick. Push, pull, slip and slide. We're muddy messes, but we won't hide. Laugh and shout, we'll figure it out. With muddy hands, there's no doubt. Mizzi dreams a rocket to the sky, 4 wings for the cart so it can fly. Her ideas sparkle, the friends all cheer. With imagination, the plan is clear. Push, pull, slip and slide. We're muddy messes, but we won't hide. Laugh and shout, we'll figure it out. With muddy hands, there's no doubt.
I have an imagination, but we're going to need the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress.
What the what? How do you want to use the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress?
We tie one end of a long string to the sparkly diamante dress, and the other end of the long string to the cart.
And then?
Then we throw the dress into the sky and it turns into a dress kite.
A dress kite?
That's right! So the dress kite will catch the wind and pull the cart out of the muddy, mucky mud.
Excelolo brilliantolo!
So Mizzi Mozzi tied a long string to the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress.
But the dress kite needs a tail, or it will twirly twist around and around.
I know how to make one.
She asked Directori Vigorasco Vigorosco if she could borrow his bow ties, and Donadiva Karaya Mariah for her hair ribbons.
That's the best bow tie tale ever!
Mizzi Mozzi threw the dress kite into the sky, and it flew up and up and up until it reached the end of the string.
Did it work?
Nope, the cart hasn't moved even a little.
Wait, I have one more idea.
Mizzi Mozzi asked Donadiva, Karaya Mariah and the sing-spellers to sing their loudest la-la-larias at the dress kite.
Sofia, Sofia, la la Maria, tutti insieme che magia, il vestito vola, spinge via, fuori dal fango, ecco la via, la 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 l'aria, la la la, che sinfonia, la 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 Maria, il vento ci salva, che allegria.
Bravo, bravissimo! The cart is out of the mucky mud!
Then the worst thing ever happened. A flock of blinker-bonker scissor-beak birdies flew by, talking and squawking and not looking where they were going. They caught their scissor beaks in the string and cut it in half.
Oh, no, no, no. My most beautiful sparkly diamante dress is flying up and away.
Double disastroso! With no most beautiful sparkly diamante dress, there can be no opera.
I am sorry the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress is gone lost.
It's not your fault, Mizzi Mozzi. Thank you for trying your best.
But when they arrived at the Scala Opera House, they were greeted by a crowd of creatures.
Why are you all here?
We're ready for the opera to start!
But there is no opera today.
But the flag is flying!
Look, it's the most beautiful sparkly diamante dress. It must have flown all this way and got caught on the tall, high flagpole.
Let's get it!
Lekko slizzle-lizzled up to the roof to help Mizzi Mozzi, who took the dress of the flagpole and dropped it into a net-shaped flip-flop.
Now let's put on a opera show.
Mizzi Mozzi and friends, because you are so clever and brave, I would like you all to sing in tonight's opera.
Yes, yes! Tonight's opera is one of the bestest ever, with lots of lovely la-la-larias and lots of mopping.
Well then, you need to get into your costumes.
And just like that, they joined Donadiva Karaya Mariah and the miscast musical sing-spellers on the great big stage of the Scala Opera House.
Mizzi Mozzi! Flip-flop, Lekko too! Up on the stage, what a view! Up on the stage, what a view! Donadiva sings so loud, the sing-spellers join, what a happy crowd! La 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 la, we dance and sing. On the stage, let the music ring. La 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 la, so much fun, we shine like the sun. Lekko twirls, flip-flop plays pretend. Mizzi Mozzi sings along with her friends. The lights are bright, the crowd goes wow. We're having the best adventure now. La 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 la, we dance and sing. On the stage, let the music ring. La 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 la, so much fun, we shine like the sun. Clap your hands, the show's begun. Mizzi and friends are number one.
And as my gift to you, you can keep your opera costumes.
Wow, Wheeze, thank you.
They thanked everyone at the Scala Opera House and still in their costumes, sang La La Larias all the way home. Mozzi and her best friends Lekko and Flip Flop decided to spend a nice day at the Bibble Bobble Beach. When they arrived at the Bibble Bobble Beach, they found a big wooden sailboat floating on the purple Macaronian Sea.
That sailboat is called the Postara.
The Postara? That's the sailboat of the perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes. So we should go and say Bonjola.
The perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes sail on the Postara to faraway places looking for the nicest smelling perfumes. They are covered in pin patches that show where they have visited.
Bonjola! Bonjola! Bonjola!
But no one replied.
Looks like there's no one on the Postara. How very strange.
Just then, some babble-dabble questers came walking along the pink sands. Babble-dabble questers are the most ever clevers because they can tell you anything using their kilo mega computiclator.
Bonjola, Mizzi Mozzi! We came to find Admiralia, the pin-patch pirate Clapitana of the Postara.
We shouted and shouted, but the Postara is empty.
Goodlies gracious! Clapitana Admiralia sailed the Postara to a long, faraway place to find us a new collectric quartzy crystal.
Without a new collectric quartzy crystal for the Kilo Mega Computiclator, we won't know any nothinks!
We must go on board the Postara and see if the perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes are trapped inside.
But when they climbed onto the boat, they found all the doors locked.
How are we going to get inside?
I know a creature that can help us.
Mizzi Mozzi splashed her hands in the water, and soon a ziggy-zaggy zowie fish came swimming up to the boat. Mizzi Mozzi spoke some ziggy-zaggy words, and the ziggy-zaggy zowie fish used its long zowie nose to cut a hole on the side of the Postara so they could get inside. But when they climbed inside the boat, they found it was empty.
It's a ghostly boat. I wonder what happened to the perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes.
Let me try and call Clapitana Admiralia on her Linga-Ringa shell phone.
Mizzi Mozzi called Clapitana Admiralia on her Linga-Ringa shell phone and spoke for the most long times.
Where's are the perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes?
They have fallen into a tricksy trap of the Oko-Moko Muddly Heads, who want the collectric quartzy crystal.
Oko-Moko Muddly Heads are long, slow-moving wormy creatures with big teeth. They love to cover themselves in the stinky stinks, and they never, ever, ever have a bath.
What's happenated?
See some. The Pinpatch Pyretes were walking back to the boat with the new collectric quartzy crystal when they fell into the stinky stench muddly puddlies. Then the Oko-Moko Muddly Heads untied the boat to make it float away, so the perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes couldn't escape.
But if we don't rescue them soon, Pinpatch Pyretes will sink into the downly neaths of the stinky stench muddly puddlies and be disagone for the never-evers.
We have to sail the Postara boat to rescue Clapitana Admiralia and the other perflumated Primrosela Pinpatch Pyretes.
They put up the Postara's sail and turned the boat towards the stinky stench muddly puddlies. When they came close to the stinky stench muddly puddlies, Lekko slizzled up to the top of the mast.
I can see the Pinpatch Pyretes and the up to their belly buttons in the stinky stench muddly puddlies.
We don't have long, but we can't get off the Postara because we might also sink into the stinky stench muddly puddlies.
And the Oko-Moko Muddly Heads might get us.
I want to make a sail kite with the sail to fly over the Pinpatch Pyretes and pull them out of the stinky stench muddly puddlies. But I don't know which of these two Rolla-Roll-Rabana ropes to use.
If we use the Rabana rope that's too heavy, then the sail kite won't fly. But if we use the one that's too skinny, then it might break when the sail kite pulls the Pinpatch Pyretes out of the muddly puddlies.
I'm going to call the Babble-Dabble Questers and see if their Kilo Mega Computiclator can tell me which rope to use. Their Kilo Mega Computiclator says to use the skinny rope. But because its collectric quartzy crystal is almost empty, we don't know if it's chosen the right one.
Sailing on the purple sea, Mizzi Lekko, flip-flop 3. Sorato is here to save our friends stuck in the muddy waves. Which rope, what do we do? Heavy or skinny, which one is true? Fly the kite, pull them tight, we've got to get this right. The questers say use the thin rope here, but what if it breaks? Oh dear, oh dear. The big one's strong, but it won't fly high. What will we do? Let's give it a try. Which rope, what do we do? Heavy or skinny, which one is true? Fly the kite, pull them tight, we've got to get this right.
Quickly, quick! The pin patch pirates are sinking and are up to their middle tops in the stinky stench muddly puddlies.
I'm going to use the heavy rope.
So Mizzi Mozzi tied the heavy rope to the sail to make a sail kite and threw it into the wind. But it didn't fly.
Quickly, quick! The Mako muddly heads have seen us and are slowly moving towards the pirates.
Slowly, Mizzi Mozzi and Flip Flop let out more rope until the sail kite was above the pin patch pirates.
Clapitana Admiralia, you need to grab the sail kite so we can pull you out of the stinky stench muddly puddlies.
They are too heavy for the sail kite. We need to wait for stronger windy blows.
The Mako muddly heads are almost close to the pirates. How are we going to stop them?
I know how!
It's a perflume balloon cano squirter.
Mizzi Mozzi filled the cano squirter with perflume balloons and pointed it at the Mako muddly heads.
Cover your ears!
The perflume balloons splashed onto the Mako muddly heads, making them smell nice. They didn't like it and crawled away to roll in the stinky stench mud to get their stinky stunks back. Just then, the windy blows started to blow really hard, pulling the pin patch pirates out of the stinky stench muddly puddlies and onto the postara.
Thank you for saving us. Now let's sail back to the Bibble Bobble Beach and give the new Electric Quartzy Crystal to the Babble Dabble Questers.
The Kilo Mega Computer Clader is working again, so now we know any all everythinks.
And for being so brave, I now make Mizzi, Mozzi, Lekko, and Flip Flop special pin patch pirates.
I can't believe we're now pin patch pirates.
Me neither.
And maybe our newest pin patch pirate is hungry after your great adventure.
Yesy, please.
Clapitana Admiralia went to the cano squirter and had the pirates fill it with some strange pink blobs.
3, 2, 1.
Guess what flew out from the cano squirter and straight into Lekko's mouth? It was yummy cotton candy fluff globes.
Again.
I think Lekko needs a special pin patch for keeping his belly full.
Mizzi Mozzi and her friends, Lekko flip-flop, fun that never ends. To Bibble Bobble Beach they go, but a big surprise starts the show. Sailboat sailing, what's inside? Pin patch freaks, nowhere to hide. Locked up doors, a fish to call. Ziggy Zaggy cuts through wall. Inside's empty, a spooky scene, a call to Admiralia, what does it mean? Trapped in mud, it's stinky and deep. Time to save them, no time to sleep. Roll up the ropes, make the kite fly. Pull them out as the winds rush by. Perflume balloons go splish and splat. Muddly heads run, imagine that. Sailboat sailing, what's inside? Pin patch creeks, nowhere to hide. Brave and clever, they save the day. Mizzi Mozzi leads the way. Back to the beach with hats so neat. Adventure done, it's time to eat. Laughs and cheers, let's shout hooray. Mizzi Mozzi saved the day.
Mizzi Mozzi and her best friends, Lekko and Flip Flop, were on their way to watch the muffly mini moon mammoths.
It's such a nice day for an adventure with my two bestest friends. And we're going to see the muffly mini moon mammoths. How cool is that?
See some? The muffly mini moon mammoths live on the full moon. They look like teensy elephants, except they are covered in heaps of muffly furry fur.
Did you know that the muffly mini moon mammoths brush their muffly furry fur until it's all unjumbled, untangled, and very, very shiny?
I did not know that. That's incredimaze.
Then the muffly mini moon mammoths put on their famous merry, amusing, showy, flowy dance, which I'm so excited to see.
Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop soon arrived to see Monsieur Gaston Olmer. Monsieur Gaston Olmer has a house with a round roof, and sticking out from a hole in the round roof is the most big telescope.
Hello, Mizzi Mozzi. Hello, Lekko and Flip Flop. So nice to see you again. How can I help you?
Hello, Monsieur Gastronomer. We would like to see the muffly mini moon mammoths do their famous merry, amusing, showy, flowy dance all the way on the full moon.
Of course, that sounds like fun.
Can we use the amazingly huge telescope to look at the full moon?
Yes, of course, Lekko. Let's hope it's a clear night and you can see the full moon.
Can I go first? Pretty please? I'm really excitated.
Yes, you go first. Now, sit down in the little chair and put your eye to the telescope lens.
I can see the full moon most really close, but I can't see any muffly mini moon mammoths. Oops, I think I broke something. Sorry.
Very most strange. Lekko, why don't you let the others look through the telescope to see if they can find the muffly mini moon mammoths?
Nope, nothing. I'm looking really hard, but the muffly mini moon mammoths seem to have disagone. Most strangerous.
Most strangerous indeed. Maybe someone should go to the full moon to find out what happened to the muffly mini moon mammoths.
We'll go.
But how will we get to the full moon? It's way, way far away.
Haha, you can use the Womblasting Wocket Rocket.
The Womblasting Wocket Rocket was parked next to Monsieur Gastronomer's house. Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop climbed inside, sat in the Womblasting Wocket Rocket seats and put on their bubble helmets.
Don't forget to buckle up.
So, they put on their seat belts.
Ready? Here we go!
When the Womblasting Wocket Rocket landed on the full moon, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop went to search for the muffly mini moon mammoths. On the full moon, they floated like little balloons.
I can't see the muffly mini moon mammoths anywhere. I wonder where they've all gone.
Look behind that rock. I saw something move.
Hello, muffly mini moon mammoths. We looked for you through the telescope to watch your famous merry, amusing, showy, flowy dance, but couldn't find you. Why are you hiding behind this big rock?
Our muffly furry fur is a mangly tangly mess, and we like to look pretty when we do our famous merry, amusing, showy, flowy dance.
See some. The Marzananos from the planet Mars took our brushes, and now we can't brush our muffly furry fur.
Can you take the Womblasting Wocket Rocket to the planet Mars and get our brushes back for us?
We'll do our best to ask the naughty Marzananos to give back your brushes. See you soon!
So Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop jumped into the Womblasting Wocket Rocket and blasted off on their way to see the Marzananos, who live on the planet Mars. When they landed on planet Mars, the Marzananos were very curious about Mizzi Mozzi and her friends, so they welcomed them with a Marzanano song.
Welcome, little earthling, to Mars, so bright. Stars are dancing, oh what a sight. Bounce with me through Martian sand.
We are here to take back the brushes that belong to the muffly mini-moon mammoths. You are naughty Marzananos for taking something that doesn't belong to you.
The Marzananos say they are most sorry, but their own brushes are worn out, and they need to brush their twisted-wisted thimble threads, or they get tangly-tangled.
The Marzananos throw the twisted-wisted thimble threads into space to catch the gooey green glummyroids that float all the way from the gyrating Gorga T galaxy. Gooey green glummyroids are the best-tasting sweeties in the never-evers. Then a Marzanano floated over and gave Lekko a huge box of gooey green glummyroids.
I love gooey green glummyroids.
We still need to return the brushes to the muffly mini-moon mammoths, so they can unjungly their muffly furry fur and put on the bestest ever famous, merry amusing, showy flowy dance.
They say that the twisted-wisted thimble threads will get all twisted-wisted, and they won't be able to catch any of the gooey green glummyroids.
I have an imagination. Marzananos are excelly good at untangling twisted-wisted thimble threads. Why don't we ask the muffly mini-moon mammoths if they will share? And in return, the Marzananos can untangle their muffly furry fur and make them pretty again.
They're going to give the mammoths boxes and boxes of gooey green glummyroids. Yummy!
So Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop jumped into the one-blasting Wocket Rocket and took off for the full moon, with the Marzananos close behind.
Hey mammoths, we're back! And I've got a surprise for you. As you know, the Marzananos are very good brushers.
If you'll share your brushes, then the Marzananos will brush your muffly furry fur until it is all unjumbled, untangled, and very, very shiny.
We are happy to be good neighbors and share our brushes. And we love gooey green glummyroids.
Well, the Marzananos did a fantastical, marvellous makeover, and the muffly furry fur was so shiny that it twinkled like stars. Then the muffly mini-moon mammoths got ready for the bestest ever showy flowy dance in the never-evers.
Little mammoths on the moon tonight, with tiny trunks and eyes so bright, they hop and skip in lunar light, a dancing scene that's out of sight. Jump and twirl beneath the stars, moon dust trails and happy hearts, round and round in joyful spins, little mammoths with big grins. With cowboy boots on each small foot, they gallop round and hoot and toot. Their laughter echoes through the night in a western moon lit by silver light. Jump and twirl beneath the stars, moon dust trails and happy hearts, round and
What an adventure you had! And in the end, everybody was happy to share. And thank you for the gummy-roids. They are gummylicious.
Thank you for lending us the wand-blasting Wocket Rocket.
We hope to see you on our next adventure.
And I can't wait to eat my whole box of gooey green glummyroids. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Mizzi Mozzi and her best friends Lekko and Flip Flop arrived at the Pancake Festival Flair, a place with lots and loads of yummy things to eat, fabulous, marvellous musics, and the best showy shows in the never-evers. And the best part is the pancakes made by a panclaker called Lolette Paulette Patty-Ziri.
I hope Lolette Paulette Patty-Ziri makes her famous Yamo Yummy Yoodleberry pancakes.
I can't wait to see Famulist Vassafras Voltifas perform his spell skills to make magical trixies.
I want to see the spiry, wiry, fiery feralists dance their gorgeous full dancings.
And I want to listen to fabulous Maximilian Epion tell his amazing, scary, spooky stories.
But Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko, and Flip Flop weren't the only ones on their way to the Pancake Festival Flair. At the farthest edge of Mesopotamia lies the Ignis Fatuus Smudge Sludge Swamp, a dark, sludgy place filled with the most terrible smellies. Only one creature can stand such a stinky place: the bad-tempered Popopaglian Tragan Dragons. What no one knew that morning was that the Popopaglian Tragan Dragons had left their swamp and were heading straight for the Pancake Festival Flair, and they didn't plan to be very nice when they arrived. Back at the Pancake Festival Flair, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko, and Flip Flop went to see Lolette Palette Patisserie for some yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes.
Bonyola.
Bonyola.
Do you have any yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes?
Lekko! You're always thinking of your empty belly.
Of course. I have lots and loads of fresh pancakes for all of you. Here you go.
Yummo yummy, straight into my tummy.
Just then, a little goodle-canoodle clog-gog ran up to them, garking little garks.
Get down, Coodle, you naughty clog-gog. Coodle loves pancakes even more than Lekko.
It's time for a song!
At the Pancake Fair, such a joyful affair, Mizzi Mozzi, Flip Flop, and Lekko were there. Lolette Palette's booth had a berry sweet smell, yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes to sell. Flip and flop, sizzle and pop, yoodleberry pancakes never stop. Coodle the clog-gog comes to play, begging for a bite in his cloggy way. Lolette Palette laughed with her apron so bright, her pancakes were a magical delight. Lekko's belly cheered with a happy hooray, for pancakes that's yummy he'd eat every day. Flip and flop, sizzle and pop, yoodleberry pancakes never stop. Coodle the clog-gog comes to play, begging for a bite in his cloggy way.
Now off you go and enjoy the festival flair and come back when you want more yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes.
So first they went to see Famulist Vassafras Voltifas, who was standing in front of a pink box and a green box.
Who wants to help me with a magical tricksy?
Me!
Okay, Flip Flop. Then climb inside the pink box.
Once Flip Flop was inside the pink box, Famulist Vassafras Voltifas tapped his magical remote controlicator.
Now, Mizzi Mozzi, look inside the pink box.
Flip Flop has magically disagone.
I wonder what that knocking sound is.
Incredimaze! I magiclated from the pink box to the green box. Wow!
They said goodbye to Famulist Vassafras Voltifas and went to watch the spiry, wiry, fiery Faralists dance their gorgeous full dancings. When they spin really fast, their showy, flowy dresses make the most wonderfully good, fiery sparkle show. Next, they went to listen to fabulous Maximilian Epion read one of his amazing, scary, spooky stories.
Nice to see you all. Let me find a super spooky story in my book to read. I wonder what was that noise? It sounds like Lolette Palette is in trouble.
Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko, and Flip Flop rushed out and found Lolette Palette Patisserie crying and her hot on the ground.
No more yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes.
From now on, you all have to eat gastronomically, diabolically smudge sludge pancakes.
The Dragon Tragans breathed their blue fires on their own kukli and began to bake their gastronomically, diabolically smudge sludge pancakes.
Our disgusting pancakes are ready. Eat them all up, or we'll breathe our blue fires all over you.
We better try them.
These pancakes have a weird shape.
And they're all burnt blue.
Double yuck! These smudge sludge pancakes taste of Ignis Fartus.
Well, while everyone tried to chew on the disgusting smudge sludge pancakes, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop snuck away to see Familist Vassafras Volti Fas.
We need help from your magical spell skills. The Popo Pagli and Tragan Dragons say that if we don't eat all their smudge sludge pancakes, then they're going to breathe their blue fires all over us.
I'm sorry, but my magical spell skills don't work on Popo Pagli and Tragan Dragons.
Maybe Maximion Epion has something in his scary spooky stories that will help us get rid of the Tragan Dragons.
Fabulist Maximion Epion listened to what the Popo Paglian Tragan Dragons had done.
I will call some creatures that can help.
Then he brought out the most strange, absurd musical instrument in the never-evers.
It's a cornute flute lute.
A flock of little birdlies heard the flute lute and came flying by. And most strange, the little birdlies were flying upside down.
These are Chica Pica absurd birds. They make their nests by sticking woodly twigs together with their very most stickle spittle.
Maximian Epion brought out some yoodleberry pancakes and asked the Chica Pica absurd birds to cover them all over with their stickle spittle.
What the what's is this all about?
Well, you need to trick the Tragan Dragons into eating these yoodleberry pancakes covered in sticky spittle.
So that's the plan, Ham and Spam?
Yes, but don't touch them because the stickle spittle is very most sticky.
So Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop took the very sticky pancakes and went to find the Tragan Dragons.
Hey, your smudge sludge pancakes taste of Ignis Fartus and are hoary bubble and really disgusting.
And Lolette Palette's yoodleberry pancakes are the best ever.
No, they aren't!
We make the best pancakes in the whole of Mizipotasia.
How can you say that if you haven't tasted Lolette Palette's pancakes?
No way, these pancakes are better than ours! Gimme one.
They started to eat the pancakes, but their moustaches got covered in so much stickle spittle that their mouths stuck shut.
Yeah, the Tragan Dragons have their mouths stickle spittled shut, and now can't breathe their blue fires all over us.
Just then, Koodle came running and started to gark at them. Well, the Tragan Dragons had never seen anything like Koodle and got the fright of their lives. They flew off to the Ignis Fartus Smudge Sludge Swamp, never to be seen ever again. Everyone cheered at how brave Koodle, Mizzi Mozzi, Lekko and Flip Flop had been. Lolette Palette Patty Ziri made lots and loads of her yammo yummy yoodleberry pancakes. Then they sat down to hear Fabulist Maximian Epion read one of his amazing, scary, spooky stories.
But nothing is more scary spooky than the Tragan Dragons' disgusting smudge sludge pancakes.
The Tragan Dragons came with fire and roar, but Mizzi Mozzi had a plan in store. With pancakes and clever tricks, they saved the day, oh, quick as a click. Hip, hooray, the festival's bright, with pancakes yummy and hearts so light. Koodle garked and the dragons took flight, now it's smiles and fun tonight. Lolette Palette cooked her treats galore, the scariest moments were no more. Friends together, brave and true, the pancake fair sparkled anew. Hip, hooray, the festival's bright, with pancakes yummy and hearts so light. Koodle garked